много песен мы в сердце сложили, воспевая родные края. Беззаветно тебя мы любили, свято-русская наша земля.
So, my name is Laura Malloy, and we are in Ryazan, and I work here as a teacher of English and various subjects in the English language. So this is Ryazan State University, named for Yesenin, which is where I work. Okay. This is the main entrance to Ryazan State University, and it is named for Sergei Yesenin, who is a famous Russian poet who is from this region, from Ryazan, and this is him. So we have a statue of him just in the front. Okay, right now I'm going to meet some of my students for an English class, and we have some crazy scheduling issues, so we rescheduled the class, and so right now I'm going to meet them, and then we will go to find a room. Torture. Okay, right. I think in the entire world it is a kind of torture.
I'd rather be offered rest for a job interview or then underdressed.
Well, generally everybody who comes into the Foreign Languages Department studies English primarily, and then they will have a second or even a third language in addition to that. So this group, they study German in addition to English, but most of them have started English at an earlier age, so in high school or perhaps before that. Some of them actually even had opportunities to study English at this university before beginning, because they offer courses for high school students or for adults, so they had an opportunity there. Well, I am here as part of the Fulbright program. It is a program which is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State, and there are different types of grants. It is reciprocal, so some Russians or people from other countries go to the United States, and Americans go to other countries, either to do research or to work as teachers. I am here as part of the ETA program, which stands for English Teaching Assistantship, and there are about 30 of us in Russia, and there is a Fulbright office in Moscow which places us in different cities. So I didn't choose Ryazan, they didn't ask me exactly where I want to go, but I did state a preference for being in this general region, so they placed me. Well, one key difference between university in Russia versus in the United States is that they have one group or one class that they have every single class with. So they have English, philosophy, history, everything with the same group of 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Whereas in the United States, we'll have 5 or 6 courses per semester, and each one is with different people. So here, they develop a different relationship within their group. So they all know each other extremely well. And in America, we really don't. It's a different crowd every time. So that can be an advantage or a disadvantage from a teacher's perspective. It just depends on the group and what the dynamic is, but either way, you do see quite a strong dynamic in each group that you don't see in classes in the United States.
И снова в поход труба нас зовет, мы все встанем в строй и все пойдем в священный бой. Встань за веру, русская земля.
Now we've gone on an excursion to a village which is near Ryazan. So we're in the village called Poshpova, and we are visiting a monastery which is called Iyana Bogoslovsky, and that is the monastery of John the Baptist. And this is a men's monastery which is about 40 kilometers outside of Ryazan. Right now, in order to enter the monastery, we need to wear a kerchief. Hello. As women in the Orthodox tradition, we need to cover our head when we're in a monastery or in a church. So here we have some graves from people, or from monks who used to live in this monastery. They're all buried on the grounds of the monastery. These are their graves. Well, most of my travels, or all of my travels, have been in the European part of Russia so far. I've been to many different cities, especially along the Volga and around the Moscow area, but I haven't been to Siberia or the Far East, so I would love to go and see Siberian cities, eastern cities, and see Lake Baikal. So now we finished with classes for the day. I had about 3 or 4 classes today, and now I am going to one of the local cafes on Lenin Street, which is the main street in Ryazan. So we are just going to go meet with some students and catch up outside of class and have some coffee. Dasha. So for North Americans who are considering coming to Russia, I would say definitely go ahead and do it. It's a different experience for sure. You will meet a lot of different people of different backgrounds. You'll see a lot of new things, but at the same time it's not a completely shocking experience, or at least you can get used to everything. So you're not completely out of your comfort zone, but it is new and exciting. So I would definitely recommend Russia. There are so many exciting things to see. There's a lot of diversity, so you'll never be bored and you'll never run out of things to do. I would definitely recommend coming to Russia. Thank you for coming to visit us in Ryazan. It's been lovely, and I hope you'll come back sometime and visit our city. So goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Go.